All right, so we're recording. Welcome, everybody who is here, who's listening in, who listens to this recording later. We start all of our little chats the same way, and that is by hearing a story from one of the coaches on our team about how coaching's impacted their life and, inviting others to consider this awesome opportunity too, because it's blessed us in so many ways. So tonight I'm super pumped because you get to hear from Megan, who is not just a coach on our team and even a friend that I grew to have over coaching, but Megan is a friend that I've had since elementary school. And nothing is more exciting than getting to share this opportunity with the people who are closest with you in life and that you'd love to see thrive and, have success like you have in something. And in my opinion, the best part of doing coaching with somebody that you've already known is that you get to spend even more dedicated time together, and it keeps us connected throughout the years, near or far. Even though we live states away now, we get to stay connected through this opportunity. So you're going to hear from Megan tonight, and then I'll share a little bit about what coaching is and how you can join this too if this is something you're considering. But even if you're already a coach right now, we love to hear stories, because stories are what inspire us to keep going, what keeps us motivated, and what breathes new life into ourselves and our journeys and our business every day. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Megan, and she can share her story with us. Go ahead, Meg.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Abs. Yeah, ditto everything that Abby said, because being her in Pennsylvania and me in Florida now, it's been an amazing, wonderful thing to bond and continue to grow over. And then I get to see her multiple times a week on stuff like this. So that's just an added bonus. But I've been a coach for almost 4 years, and I'm going to touch base with you guys as far as, how my life was, where I was as a person before coaching, how coaching has influenced my life and completely changed it around, and where I'm going with coaching, the vision that I have because of the belief that leaders in this team and challengers and mentors have breathed into me over the last few years, and just the little glimpses of possibility and opportunity that that the coaching family and community can provide you with. So, before coaching, I had just recently moved to Florida. I was doing travel nursing, and I found myself empty, kind of stuck, felt very alone and discouraged, not so much just even with health and fitness, which was always something that I just felt was going to be an ongoing battle in my life, and finding balance and moderation wasn't something that even existed. It was all about dieting and doing these crazy things. I was never going to be happy with myself. I was never going to be strong enough or thin enough or good enough or anything. It was always just these lies that would just flood my head since I was an early teen, that when I looked in the mirror, just lies kept creeping in and creeping in and creeping in. And it was always a struggle of mine. And it still is a struggle of mine. That's something that I'm working on. And luckily coaching has helped me through. But when, my world kind of started shaking, I'm not going to talk a lot about where my life was before coaching, because I want to talk about what coaching has brought me through and how it's transformed me. But before coaching, I gained weight again when I moved to Florida. I had lost weight when I lived in Pennsylvania, almost 40 pounds, and started to gain it again when I moved to Florida, because I got hit with a diagnosis that has been a huge part of my journey the last 5 years, and one of my biggest struggles. And I had spinal tumors, which caused excruciating pain for me. So any activity that I was doing ceased, and any eating that I was doing also ceased because of the medications that I was on. And as a result of that, being in Florida by myself, in complete agony, I isolated myself. I pushed away my faith. I pushed away those people in my life that were there for me, even at a distance, and found myself just kind of going deeper into this valley of kind of self-loathe and pity and discouragement and all that kind of stuff. And the coaching opportunity presented itself when I was desperate enough to try the 21-day fix. Like, I needed something. The personal trainer at the gym wasn't doing anything for me. I didn't understand nutritional guidance or balance whatsoever, and I knew that that was lacking in my life, and I was so desperate for a solution that I said, even if this doesn't work, it doesn't matter. I need to try it, because where I am right now and the path that I'm on is not okay. And very quickly, I started to see something different, not just from the program and Shakeology and the workouts. Yeah, that was amazing. I was able to find modifications. I was able to make progress with my health and fitness, but it was the community that Abby just spoke about. I felt that almost instantly. And if you've been in a challenge group, if you are in a challenge group, my hope and prayer is that you feel the same thing, because that's the magic, like the winning ticket. You know, that's what's different, and that's what sets us apart. And that has been what has kept me connected and moving forward, no matter how high on the mountain I am or low in the valley that I am. It's the community and this family that really keeps you focused. And that doesn't mean perfect. Our journeys are going to be kind of up and down, but they don't allow you to drift to the point that you're losing belief again, and you're doubting again, and you're completely turning your back on what you've accomplished, because we have supportive people in this community to pull you back in. And I noticed that in the first 21 days. And the really cool thing is I started as a coach from day one. And I love when my challengers and my new coaches, they're in the same boat, and they're like, oh, no, like, I'm completely clueless. Like, I'm just starting. I'm just trying to figure out my own thing. And I get so excited because I know the fear and the doubt and the, insecurity, and just like, there's no way I could do what other people are doing. I know those feelings because I had them, but I also personally saw amazing things happen for the people in my life just in the first month, because I didn't know what I was doing either. I just knew that I was going to walk my journey, move baby step by baby step forward, and ask people to join me, ask people to support me and cheer me on, and just share what I was doing. And I quickly saw the impact that I was able to make, and the friendships that I was building, in this support system that was being created when I was in a new city and felt completely alone. Like, I needed this. Like, there's actually women out there who want you to succeed, and they encourage you and they say nice things about you. Like, this was so foreign to me, but I wanted more of it. And I wanted to be the female that was pouring into other women and sharing the lessons that I was learning and so forth. So I continued to walk with that. And little by little, figuring things out as we go along, because none of us are in this together. None of us are in this alone. Our fitness journey, we're not alone in that. And coaching, you're certainly not alone in that either. We lean on each other, and we lift each other up, and we teach each other how to do certain things, and allow each other to shine. And I think that that's truly an amazing thing. So as I've moved forward, I'm a full-time nurse. And that was, it still is a passion of mine, a huge passion of mine, but it was also one of the biggest struggles, because here I was still dealing with the diagnosis that I had, and procedures and surgeries and all these sorts of things. And I was caring for patients at the bedside. I worked in trauma here in Jacksonville. And while I loved it, it was something that I couldn't do. Physically, emotionally, mentally, it was so incredibly difficult. And coaching gave me the opportunity to take another job. I work at Mayo now in an outpatient clinic, and even though that opportunity was an amazing opportunity, I didn't have to think twice about taking a pay cut to have a better quality of life at my career, because coaching was supporting that. I was able to make a difference at the hospital. I was also able to make a difference from my living room. In the financial support that I started to receive and watch grow as I walked my journey, as I learned through my journey and just shared it, was a huge blessing for me. Even now, moving forward, I was kind of writing down notes here of where I was before coaching, during, how it's really been a rock for me, because like I said, I'm not going to get into the detail of everything, but if you know anything about my story, it has not been an easy one. And probably the last 5 months have been the hardest season of my life. The last 5 years was a journey that I never thought that I would be taking in my 20s as a healthy, active person. Just the obstacles that I was up against, I didn't see in my life, but luckily God put this opportunity in and surrounded me with an amazing group of people to help me through it. But the last 5 months has been hell for me. And knowing that this family has been there the whole time through it, even though I took a step back from coaching, and I just focused on me, is an amazing, amazing blessing that you get to set the pace for yourself. You get to focus on yourself in ways that a lot of careers or opportunities don't allow you to do. That they're not going to say, take some time off for you and really pour into yourself. We're going to be here. We believe in you. We're going to continue to lift you up and walk through this with you, even when you're crawling. I know my nursing career doesn't do that. And even though I continued to show up at work at the hospital, it was a struggle, but knowing that I had coaches on this team, even when I wasn't doing necessarily coaching activities, they didn't push me aside. And that means so much to me. Right there just speaks volumes as the kind of team that this is and the family that we are, that no matter what valleys or obstacles you're going through, yes, coaching has been amazing for me and kept me accountable for my health and fitness and getting me in the best shape of my life and so forth and feeling good about myself. But it has been the accountability and the support and the friendships that have continuously been this abundant gift from day one. And it just continues to grow. And, I talked about a little bit about the financial benefit that came from that. And then I could, take a step back from what I was doing at the hospital to do something that was going to better meet my needs. Now here I am the last 5 months, not doing a ton with coaching, but luckily I was at a place where I could still, even with taking a step back, still benefit, still receive from the relationships and the challenges and the coaches that I had been pouring into. But I really got to still have that opportunity to take a step back and focus on me so that I can get to a place where I can truly serve people the best way that I can. And that's by serving ourselves. And that's not selfish. It's incredibly necessary. But it's cool that this family is going to continue to remind you of that and help get you back on track. So here I am, completely still a mess and still trying to climb out of the trenches. And, you have leaders on this team that kind of nudge you and say, I'm here for you from a friend's perspective and I love you and all this stuff. And then talk about goals a little bit again and help get you refocused. But more importantly, Abby messaged me so many times just reminding me, like, I love you, I'm here for you, and I believe in you. Wherever you want to go, we're going to go. Whenever you're ready, we're going to go. And she knows the hell that this has been the last 5 months, and she did not miss a beat. None of the coaches on his team missed a beat, and it meant so much to me, and it still does. So here I am, still climbing out of the trenches, but I have a vision for where I'm going. And it's going to take me a little bit longer to get there now because of the setback, but that's okay because we set the pace. And as long as you just keep believing and showing up and pouring into yourself and others, it's going to happen. So, moving forward and seeing what's in the future for me is I love nursing. I love what I do there, but it doesn't give me the freedom to go visit my family in Pennsylvania when I want to, or travel when I want to, or give me this freedom or flexibility that I would love for the future when I eventually have a family, God willing, of my own. So coaching for me one day will be my full-time career, that I'll be able to say goodbye to nursing by choice, because of the opportunity that coaching presented for me. And obviously the friendships and community will continue to grow with that, which is pretty awesome. So that's a little bit of my story in a super vague way, but yeah, just a little piece of it.
I love it, Meg. Thank you so much for sharing. I know it wasn't easy to share. It never is easy to share our story and our struggle, but out of the struggle comes so much beauty in our lives. And, I always love to reference, if you guys have ever seen that like picture quote that's like, success does not look like a straight line. It's like a whole bunch of like swirls and wrong turns and paths. And we have to have so many failures to have great success. And, what's I love about what Megan shared in her story is that, it isn't a straight path. And, we're going to go through struggles and setbacks. But what's beautiful about a business like this, what a lot of people call today, like your side hustle, your part-time, job that's actually something that you really enjoy doing, is that, like Megan shared, we can do as much or as little as we want to at any time. So as long as you keep doing something, moving forward on some level, this is always here for you. And this team is always here for you. So I hope those of you who maybe were guests listening in tonight, you have to join our team to hear the rest of Megan's story, all the layers. The longer we're in this, the more layers of our story we get. But in a nutshell, for anybody who's considering the coaching opportunity, coaching is, not a guaranteed anything. You get what you put in, which is awesome in so many ways. So you decide how much you want to work, and we get compensated equal to the impact that we're making. So we get 25% commissions on anything that we sell through our retail websites that Beachbody gives us. We can choose to build a team if we want, like Megan was talking about, and you can earn team cycle bonus. And that is what is awesome when you're part of a team, like you'll be part of our team, is that everybody together achieves so much more, and we can work together building a team to create a second stream of income on top of commissions. We also get a 25% discount as a coach, which is really cool, and we all take high advantage of that on every product that we use from Beachbody. We get to save 25%. I know many people start out just using the discount as a coach. That's how I was myself, and it grew to become so much more than that, and I am thankful for it today. But what I want you to know is, even if you're considering this and you're thinking more along the lines of a discount right now, know that this opportunity doesn't play favorites, and it doesn't take any talent. You don't have to have any fitness background. You don't need to have any kind of degree to do this. If you want to put in the work, which we teach you how to do, we have all the training you need to be successful. You can be successful in this business, and it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we take it at our own pace. But what's awesome about Beachbody, I owned a business outside of Beachbody first, is that you don't have to, spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start a business. You can start a business for $39.95, which is ridiculous. And if you decide to join as a coach like Megan did when she enrolled, we waived the fee with Beachbody to sign up to be a coach. So you literally can sign up with your own tools for success, and that's it. I love to see people join as a coach from day one, enjoy those savings, get to experience the products themselves, and just live that journey out loud and bring people along with you. It's not about perfection. It's just about living each day on this journey. We try to be a little bit better. And what better job, side hustle, part-time hobby, whatever you want to call it, could be better than something where your number one priority is taking care of yourself and then sharing that with other people to bring them along too. So that's the coaching opportunity in a nutshell. I hope you consider it. I hope Megan's story spoke to your heart in some way and inspired you as you listened to it. But whoever invited you to listen to this, don't be surprised when they reach out to you and ask you what you liked best about what you heard, and if this is something you could see yourself doing, because I know it's scary when you're first considering something like this, but your story will inspire somebody, and your story is like no one else's story. And if you don't share it, there are people out there that won't get started on such an amazing lifestyle change without you. So thanks for tuning in with us tonight. And if you're listening in on this, you are free to go now.